whatever topic is inspiring me at the time, right? Through those, I'm going to educate you, right? I'm also going to inspire you, but I am not going to motivate you. So if you know who I am or what I believe in, I think motivation is complete and utter bullshit. I think discipline and inspiration is how you achieve all of your goals in life. It's Evie here. Welcome to EML Radio, where we are always talking truth. All of those things you need to hear that nobody else is willing to say. Welcome to EML Radio. I am really excited about launching this new project, and excited doesn't even explain it. This has been a dream of mine for several years now, to be able to take my voice, my beliefs, my willingness to tell the truth, the brutal truth, and set some records straight. I now have the ability to share that worldwide. And I cannot thank you enough for joining me. And I can't thank you enough for all your support. And I'm not going to kick things off by boring you with all of the details about who I am. Believe me, you're going to get to know exactly who I am at my core over the course of time. And one of our episodes coming up real soon, I'm going to be sharing my entire story with you. But today, I just want to get you kind of up to speed on what EML Radio is and why I'm doing it. Okay? So first of all, EML stands for Eat, Move, Live. So you probably know by now that I'm a strength and conditioning coach, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I'm an inspirer. And Eat, Move, Live represents my belief system in how I inspire others to live to their highest human potential. I know after 47 years on this earth, that is exactly why I'm here. To tell people the truth on how to eat. You got to fuel your body right. How to move, because movement is essential to longevity. And then ultimately, how to live to your highest human potential. Right? So a couple of years ago, I created a program, an online coaching program called EML, Eat, Move, Live. And as time went on, I thought, I really need to have a bigger voice. I want to provide inspiration for people out there. And the best way to do that was through a video podcast. Right? So that's kind of the why behind EML. Why radio? This is kind of interesting. I didn't actually know that name to begin with, but not too long ago, I was listening to an interview on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he had Malcolm Gladwell on there. And they were talking about how, back in the days of radio, you didn't just get to selectively choose the information or the entertainment that you brought into your life, right? You turn on the radio and what you got is what you got, right? You may hear a Prince song followed by, Cyndi Lauper, right? I'm aging myself, obviously. But anyway, it dawned on me when I was listening to that interview, yes, that is what EML needs to be called. EML Radio. Because on this show, no topics are off limit, right? We're going to share stories. I'm going to educate you. I'm going to provide you with a lot of different guests that are going to share their perspective. And most importantly, we're not going to attach any kind of dogma or limited way of thinking in this show. So the trouble that we have with most information sources right now is that there's an algorithm, guys, and the information you receive is all being pushed at you based on your current belief system. And that's messed up, right? If we want to live to our highest purpose, we have to be willing to hear a lot of different perspectives, share our own stories, and then ultimately accept the truth in what life is all about. And the trouble that we have with all of our current news sources and even stuff on social media or articles you get, that's all being pushed on you based on what you already think. Right? So if this show is going to work for you, I'll warn you, you've got to be ready to have a completely open mind. You have to be willing to accept the truth. And I encourage you, when you hear things that may upset you or maybe just kind of like punch you in the gut, that's the time that you continue to listen. Because what happens for most of us is when we hear a truth that we just don't really want to hear, it's probably because it's touching a sore spot within us in an area of our life that we know we're probably not living to the highest of our ability. Right? So, if you're sensitive, if you always have to hear everything that's politically correct, if you get offended by an F-bomb or two, right? Or if you just really kind of want to skate through life and not try to live to your highest potential, I'm warning you, this show is probably not going to be for you. But I'm willing to risk it because I know that most of you out there really are sick and tired of having everything sugar-coated. You're sick and tired of being told falsities by the fitness and nutrition industry. And you really have a desire to reach your highest human potential, but you're kind of drowning and you just don't know how to do it. So I'm betting on all of you. We collectively can improve the health, happiness of the whole entire world if you're willing to accept some truth and stick it out with me. Okay? So let me just give you a little bit of a breakdown about what the format of the show is going to be like so you know what to expect. So we're going to have 2 pop-ups per week. And those pop-ups are going to be just like this. They're going to be about a 10 to 15 minute recording that is just me speaking on whatever topic is inspiring me at the time, right? Through those, I'm going to educate you, right? I'm also going to inspire you, but I am not going to motivate you. So if you know who I am or what I believe in, I think motivation is complete and utter bullshit. I think discipline and inspiration is how you achieve all of your goals in life, right? So I will inspire you and I will educate you and I will help you find what it is inside you that really lights you up and that you're passionate about. But I'm not here to be your cheerleader and cheer you on and try to motivate you on a daily basis. It's not how I'm wired, right? So we're going to have those 2 pop-ups. Educate you, inspire, talk. Sometimes it may even be politics, right? Like no subject is off limits here. So we may talk politics. We may talk some current events. I'm always going to educate you on the best way to eat and to move and to live your best life. Right? And then in addition to the 2 pop-ups per week, we're going to have a recorded guest interview, 1 per month. And what makes this show a little bit different than a lot of other podcasts out there is most podcasts are just looking for big name influencers or experts in their field. And I'm definitely going to have that, right? Like our very first episode that we recorded is with Dr. TJ Williams, who's a functional medicine doctor, right? So we are going to have influencers and experts. But in addition to that, what makes EML Radio different is that I'm just going to interview everyday people. So I'm a sociologist by education and by trade, right? I absolutely love people. And I believe in the power of storytelling. So I'm going to give a platform for just everyday people that have a lot of awesome stories to share, because I think those are the way that we really move ourselves forward. Right? So yeah, it's always great and inspiring to see some pro athlete or some celebrity, right? But I don't think that we get everything we need from them because we can't necessarily relate. So on this show, I am giving everyday people, just like you, an opportunity to share their story with the world. I'm a firm believer that if we are willing to share our stories, we can teach others so much and maybe spare others some of the heartache or struggle that we've personally gone through. So with that, I'm going to encourage you to reach out to me. Even if you don't think you have something miraculous to share, I promise you, you have probably experienced some things in your life that really altered the way you think or you feel or you behave. So I invite you to reach out to me, send me an email, send me a direct message on one of my social media accounts, and let me know what you would like to come on the show and talk about. Okay? So this is a very open platform, and I'm really, really excited about that. Something that not a lot of people out there are doing, and I think we're really missing out by not allowing everyday people to come on and share their story. Okay? So that's really how it's going to work. You're going to have 2 pop-ups, again, that are just me, twice a week, and then 1 per month, we're going to have an invited guest. Okay? So that's really all I have for you today. What I would ask of you in return is, if you like this show, please subscribe on YouTube. Right? If we want this to grow the way I want it to grow, and if you want to be part of a turning of the tide and bringing truth back into the world of information, then I encourage you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then in addition to that, share it, right? If you don't like it, well, that's okay. You just unsubscribe. Simple as that. I don't take it personally, right? But for those of you that are a fan of the show, are a fan of mine, and want to have an impact on improving the world, please subscribe on YouTube for now. Right? And then also make sure that you're following me on my social media. So I'm at EVFats on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Okay? And then lastly, each of these episodes, I am going to leave you with a truth that I'm currently experiencing. Okay? So my truth that I want you to part with today is this: that you personally can change the world if you're willing to share your story. This is in the forefront of my mind because honestly, sitting here, staring at a camera, turning on all this equipment, and sitting in a room all by myself, oh God, I can't even begin to tell you how vulnerable I feel, how nervous I feel. You know, all the negative thoughts came into my head last night before we ran this, that, you know, what if people hate it? I've been promoting this and people are excited about it. And what if they listen? They're like, man, she sucks. Right? I'm no different than any of you. But what I did to overcome that and to overcome those negative self-talk and all those negative thoughts that tell me I'm less than who I really am is that I just take action. So I walked in here this morning, I set my camera, and I just went for it. Right? And that requires vulnerability. But by being vulnerable, I am able to share my story, and I guarantee you that parts of my story will change other people's lives. So today I leave you with this: be willing to tell the truth, the brutal truth in your story, because I promise you, you will change the course of someone else's life. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure that you stick around for our very first episode. It's an interview on calories in versus calories out with Dr. TJ Williams, a functional medicine practitioner and dear friend of mine. And you're going to get a lot of truth on eating and debunking the myth and bullshit story that calories in and calories out is the key to weight loss. It's not. So make sure as soon as you're done here, you head over to that video. It's next up, and give it a listen. Thanks a lot.